Live? We're back. Back. All right, now the girls are gonna they're gonna take the other phone that we have, the call-in phone. You have that, right? You have the call-in phone. And what I'll do is I'll get them to go onto the YouTube channel, watch it, make sure they can hear us in this. Okay, because
it's going to be extra tricky today. The waves are loud.
We did have a problem, so that's why I'm calling the girls out. So I hope they can hear us. I'm trying to look at them to see if they hear us, because I'm calling them out because somebody told me, Rick told me they should get fired. He said, you got to fire your staff. They can't get the technical part of it working out. We got to be professional here. We can't be messing around. But it's Halloween out here at Englewood Beach, and a little windy today, but the temperatures definitely have come down like crazy.
Yeah, it was like
for us, for us, it's in the 60s, and that's going to be in the 60s tonight. I think 50 something,
yeah,
59, and they said they can hear. So, okay.
Looks like
did you hear us calling you out? Did you hear us calling you out on the on live? We did call you out live for being a bad crew last week. you let it get all windy. The people could. I had people calling complaining.
The wind.
People were calling and complaining. That's bad when people call and complain. But if everybody's probably not watching tonight because they're out trick or treating or taking the kids out to trick or treat, but that's okay because you can always watch it later on. You can also watch the Cutlass guy too.
The Cutlass guy.
The Cutlass guy is working on that Cutlass.
How's
and his hands are dirty. I tell you, every time I turn around, something else happens. Always, never fails. Yep. I go to fill the radiator up today, and finally get that all in the car, and I start filling it up. It's got to leak.
In the radiator,
and it was brand new basically, but it sat for 10 years, and then a little bit of water comes out the back of the water pipe. So hopefully I drain some out when I start it in a couple of days. I hope that some of the stuff runs through it, kind of clogs the little holes up in there. We'll see what happens. So I don't have to get a radiator and a water pipe. We'll see, but it's always something. This week I had a couple of issues with some brake work that I had done on it. So if you want to follow along, it's the Cutlass guy. Check that out.
Yeah. I'll have to look that up.
Yeah. He's got to be one of the subscribers. I got 17 subscribers, maybe 13. 13.
We'll bump it up a couple.
But that's okay. You know, people like to see stuff like that, and I just try to do a little bit. I don't actually know, like if people like watching you actually grind it and, you know, or describe how to do it. So it's kind of like a learning curve, you know. Like do people want to hear me tell exactly what I'm doing and then use the grinder or whatever and then show them exactly what I'm doing, or they want me to just show the progression along the way? So
I would think probably the progression.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of trying to do.
You can time lapse it almost.
Yeah, well, eventually what I'll do is try to put like a longer length video of the boom, 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 time lapse of work being done. But there's a story that we're going to have to bring Susan on board for a couple minutes. It's a Halloween story. It's a Halloween story. Come on, you got to get the Halloween props and come down.
Well, speaking of the Halloween story, how was the party last week?
Oh, it was great. We had a lot of great decorations. I'll tell you what, that lady goes above and beyond. It's a good friend of ours, Peggy Burton, and she goes above and beyond.
This was a text from last week.
Oh, I think it's from my mom.
Oh, that's what I was going to ask you about. I was going to make sure that your mom's number.
Yeah.
Okay, because there's she sent me a text on this phone, but I just saw it 10 minutes before we got here, so I was going to ask you if that's legit.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to be responding back. So respond back. You can
Well-
respond back.
No, because you guys are going to talk about it. I'm going to
Oh,
read it.
we're going to talk.
I'm going to
about
read it. It says, "Hi guys, I have a question. If you had an unlimited cash flow, as in like Bill Gatesy, how would you help humanity?" This is Tanner's mom. I'm in a tree right now hunting. I will catch your answers later.
Oh, okay. So we'll
So
have
anyway.
to answer that question. So
Well, you
what,
can ponder
what would
a
you
bit.
do for?
I would say
we'll think
rent
about
umbrellas
that.
and chairs for free at the beach.
I would do that. Yeah. I'd tell the government that I'm going to do this. I'm a philanthropist, and I got a lot of money, and I'm going to just do this.
I wanna
I'm
make
sit
sure-
out
I
the
wanna-
beach.
I want to keep
Yeah.
skin cancer at bay.
That's right. That's
Them
right.
umbrellas everywhere.
Right. I'm looking out for people with cancer.
No, that guy.
Oh, he did. Well,
Wrong phone.
he doesn't have that number. Is that him?
Is he watching?
Is that, yeah, that's him. That's him. I think that's him. I think that's him.
Well, you can't miss.
I can't call. It was in North Carolina. Was it North Carolina? I don't know. Can you do it while that? Can you see the number on there? Probably not. Well, we're expecting that guy. There's a whole story behind that guy, and I'd love for him to come down and see because he's got a really interesting, great story.
Because he's that guy.
Because he's that guy. So I told him. I called him and left a message. I said, we're right across from the Waverly. And here we go. Oh, my goodness.
We got some water coming up today.
We might have to back up a little bit. We might have to back up.
Might just make this one short.
Let's back up a little bit. Maybe. Let's back up over here. See, this is unpredictable.
We've been away for so long.
Mother Nature. When she went where she wants, how long she
Well, hopefully we don't have to move again, but this is funny because we used to do this all the time at the beach.
We're rusty now.
We would what we would do is we would have the stuff set up by the water, and then the tide would start coming in. We wouldn't know how to judge it because we wouldn't know how windy it was going to be before the end of the day. And sometimes we'd be like, re-drilling it, and move the chairs back. Everybody's got to move back a little bit. So
As long as the umbrellas didn't touch the water.
yeah, that's good. As long as the poles are in the water, that was okay. Okay, now we're gonna get back to the story in case that guy shows up. We'll go back to the Halloween story. Okay,
The Halloweeny.
the Halloween story. Wasn't that necessarily Halloween, but it was. See, they're laughing back there.
I know.
What's going on? So it wasn't actually Halloween, but it was around Halloween, October, and it was like the first year that Susan and I met, and I was still living at my house over there in Grove City, and one morning I'm leaving to go probably to the beach, and this woman stops me. She's like, "Hey," she's like, can I use your phone? I'm supposed to start this job at Publix in Laurel Road, and she's like, can I call them? Because my phone was in my Jeep last night, and my father got arrested, and the phone was in the Jeep, and they took the car, so I don't have my phone. So I'm like, sure, fine. So I let her use it. She called, and I'm like, she's got this conversation. She's calling the people at the Laurel Road on Publix, and she says, "Hey, this is my first day at work, and I'm going to be late because my dad got arrested on my car, and I don't have a car to get there, so I'm going to be late." And she's talking to somebody in the bakery, and the bakery is like, "Ma'am, I have no idea what the heck you're talking about. I have no idea." So she says, "Well, let me see if I can get a manager or something." So she eventually gets a manager, tells the manager the same story, And then she says, well, I'm not going to go in today to work. Can you drive me to the liquor store? And I said, no. I said, I gotta go. I gotta go and leave. So I leave. So the next night I find out she lives in a house right near me, but she's renting. So I'm sitting in the house and I hear this, like, sounds like somebody's creeping outside, like noises, and I'm like, so I kind of peek outside and there's candles lit outside my house. Outside.
On the yard?
In the yard, in the lawn, alongside the door. And I go to open the door and there's this, come on, Susan. And there's this bag hanging from the door knob, hanging on the screen door, okay? And it looks like a trick-or-treat bag, okay? And sticking out of the door too, as the door is open, is a bear paw. And it's sticking out, it's hanging out of the door. This is hanging on the door. So and the candles are lit outside. So I'm like, whoa, what is this? So inside the bag is also, there's those little things that it's like a little metal tin can.
Oh,
and you kind of or no, you put like maybe candy or something in it. And so make tin, okay, but it's empty. It feels light. Open it up, and there's a ad from like CVS Pharmacy that has costumes, Halloween costumes on it, and she's got one circled. And it's of a cowboy, and it says, howdy, partner. Circled around and I'm like, what the hell is this? And then there was other trinkets in there, like just weird, like little beads and stuff. So I keep the bag, I keep the bear paw, I put it in the bag, and I call her. And I said,
you gotta go.
you gotta straighten this woman out. I said, she come there, and she's putting candles. And I said, let's just forget about it for tonight. That if it happens again. So the next night, again, trinkets outside, right outside the door. This I already have, so she can't take her bag back. So we keep it because it's unique. Okay? And every once in a while I'll pop it out and I'll stick it in the door somewhere and she'll see it. She'll see it and she'll go, oh my God, and I'll hang this for the thing. And it does say creepy. So
I know.
It's
very.
It's kind of so.
I thought you were about to say that she was the one that sat there.
Oh no,
that would have made more sense.
Well, so then.
Oh, man,
then he sends me over there to straighten
So I send her over and I say, I said, well, look, I said, she lives, this woman lives here. And I said, so sure enough, the next night, candles outside. And it's got like a little lantern, one of those little glass lanterns.
You last there the night 3?
About 2-3 nights. Maybe about third night. So she comes and she says, I got to straighten this girl. She walks over. She takes some of the trinkets that she knocks on the door. Lady comes to the door and she's like, hey, she's like, these things, we don't really, that's my boyfriend over there. We don't really need,
Oh.
And she said, oh.
So you do exist.
So you do have, he does have a girlfriend. And I'm like, yeah. So not too much longer after that, she got evicted. But one of the cops that I know from down here at the beach, one morning I seen him in my neighborhood. And I say, hey, I go over to him and I chat with him. And I'm like, do you know anything about this woman over here? And he's like, she's got a arrest list like this long. And I go, no kid. So eventually, within a short amount of time, she got ousted. But in between the time, after she left out, stopped messing with me, she messed with our other neighbor and started putting stuff on the trunk, on the roof of their truck. So.
She was definitely a trinket weaver.
Right.
She's got some voodoo trunk.
Yeah.
And never seen her since. So that was it. So that's my Halloween story, and I'm sticking to it.
Yeah.
And I have the I even saved the proof of the bag, so
And that's
I
what
can
he's going to
bring- I
use
can
when we
bring
trick
this
or treat.
Better make
Yeah,
sure it's not
trick or
tracked
treat.
in
yeah, I'm
there.
gonna go trick or treat, sir.
Somewhere.
Right.
Hey,
I know, right?
What was the age you think you stopped trick or treat before you started tricking? 14? No?
That early?
Really? Really? You stopped treating then? What do you think?
How old do you think people are when they stop trick or treating? 12, 13, 14?
Wow.
Hey,
Good answer.
Hey, if you look like Danny.
I'm still going at 30, so I guess.
Right,
you
still
go.
go. Yeah, we were wondering last night, like, what's the cutoff? You know, when are you allowed when you go up to the door and they're like, sorry, sir, no candy for you, you old son
You
of a
should be
gun.
working.
So you got a mustache and a beard. You shouldn't be trick or
You
treating.
got two mustaches.
I got an upside down mustache and a right side up. I was pretending to be Tanner for about 5 minutes.
Yeah, he dressed up as
Big
Tanner.
I had a big old
For Halloween.
had a big old wig, but it's kind of a mullet. And he's like, I don't have a mullet, dude.
Come on.
He's like, come on, man. I'm like, that's the closest I could get on
That's
short term.
Listen,
Look,
on short term,
On
that's
short
right.
term
I'm
notice.
telling you, when I was at home and he came in through the door and looked at me, I busted out.
I said
Great.
it's Tanner. I said it's
I'm
Tanner at
dressing up as
55.
Tanner.
This is what he's gonna look like at 55.
My hair's still that dark at 55. I'll be happy.
Ain't that the truth? You will
Oh,
be.
man.
You will be.
So- Yeah, so that was, I'm glad we told. But what about?
That's a weird story.
It is weird. Yeah.
I know,
That is like.
it's starting.
That's like
It was like
weird.
this time of year. Oh, and also, it is going to get like an hour this Sunday.
Yeah.
Saturday night.
November 2nd
Yeah.
or the 3rd?
Well, Saturday night when we go to sleep,
Saturday night when you go to sleep. That'll be the Sunday.
turn the
morning.
clocks back
Right,
then.
right.
So when you wake up in the middle of the night to see what time it is, it'll be the right time.
But you'll still be confused for a week or so. I will. I'll be like so out of whack.
I really
I
wish
would-
they'd leave that
Yeah, I
alone.
know.
But
They should
it's
just stop.
every year they talk
I mean, I
about
hear it on. We just
Every
heard it
year.
last night on the news or something, and they said, again, we're going to go through this again, and the legislature. Let's just do it then.
Just do it. Sign that.
Like, man.
Sign that bill.
Sign that.
But no longer will we be under that. That came from I think World War II.
I think it was from Benjamin Franklin.
You know, we're gonna have to look that up.
They
'Cause
had candles. They didn't have lights.
I've heard a whole bunch of different conflicting stories on it. So,
Do you have your phone on you? Do you have your phone? Look up who invented daylight saving.
yeah, why
I
was
think it
they the
was
savings?
I think it was the Second
So we
World
can
War.
so we
or the
can tell.
first one.
Well, I
Maybe.
heard
No, second.
I heard is that something to do with they were conserving energy for the war project because we needed fuel, gasoline to make bombs and stuff like that. So they cut back. But I'm
And you know
not
what
sure.
I heard? I heard is that they didn't want the cities eliminated. So the bombers
Right.
that
So
were
the bombers,
flying
in
over
case
the
they
sea,
came, that was another thing that I heard is that in case like they came on shore and they wouldn't see the lights on it, you know. And I don't know. And then they were like, oh, it's farmers, and then it's for the children. I'm like, which one is it, dude? Like what? Like that? Come on, give me a concise answer.
What'd you find?
You were right.
Okay.
World War One.
Okay, not World War II. Okay. So we listened to the Germans, huh?
You mean they did that in
And I can say
Germany?
that because I'm a German.
Me too. That's my
Yeah,
descent
Wiener
too. Yeah.
Schnitzel.
Uh-huh.
Me
Yeah,
too. That's the extent of my
Well, we don't know on the other side. There was a story that my dad's side of the family was from Ukraine, and then later on, I heard some other conflicting stories that he was really from Poland and he was.
Are you related
Jewish.
to Zelensky?
Jewish, and I'm like, wait a minute now. Like, I don't know about that. And they're like, well, that's part of the story. And then they went through Poland to Ukraine and then out and then came to this country. But I don't know. It's so vague on the story, so I don't really know. So, but maybe that's why I'm kind of stingy.
No, you're not stingy.
I mean,
You're an exceptionally
here's what it
giving
is.
person.
Here's what it is. I want a deal.
Hey, who doesn't want the deal?
And everybody wants a
Everybody
deal.
wants
And
a
I
deal.
don't know why they have to relate that to Jewish people, saying they want a deal. I want a deal too. Everybody wants a deal. You know
Nothing
what?
wrong with the deal.
Nothing wrong
Nothing wrong
with
whatsoever
a bargain
with the deal.
of some kind.
But even that, I
I even did that today.
I
a
don't believe
bargain.
I don't believe that. I think
I
you want
guy, wanted
fairness.
to mount the tires, and I was like, so I bought them, online, I had them shipped, and I pulled the wheels off, took them over. Well, I stopped by the one guy, how much? The guy's like $30 a tire. Mount them and bounce them. I'm like, yeah. So I went over to the other place. Got a deal.
Loves.
So
Loves tires.
I
We
always
love
go to
Loves.
Love's.
Love
you go to
Loves.
Love's? Yep, we love it.
Yep, Loves tires
Nice
and go in
prices.
Florida.
But
Best price around.
I just wanted to see. Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah,
Cool
he's
guy. Good guy. Yep,
Yeah.
and he's right on 776.
Right off.
Right.
Yeah.
Right as you come out of the beach, go past
Around
McDonald's,
Oxford Drive.
Oxford, make a left there.
Mhm.
We're giving a plug out to him, and he doesn't even know it. I'm going to have to go tell him. I'm going to tell him on my next tire, I want $5 off.
There you go. That's the
Well, I think we covered the topics,
Yeah.
but we can't cover the topics because that guy called, and that guy is not here.
That guy
He's
is
probably-
somewhere.
he's probably no he's over here the one.
No, that's not. Yeah,
and
that's
it's not
not.
him.
That's not that
Not
guy.
that guy.
We saw him one time and one time only.
In Hatteras. That's how it happened.
Yeah.
We were in
I was in
Hatteras.
the camp.
She was. I was out taking pictures because it was really like the water
sky.
and the
Wow,
sky looked
sky.
like it blended in with
You
it.
could
You
not
couldn't
tell,
even
you couldn't
tell where it
differentiate
started
from,
and
from
ended.
the
So I had to
ocean.
get some pictures. So I'm getting pictures, and as I'm walking back towards the RV, there's this guy pulling up on a scooter right next to her. Oh, and he's like, "Hey," he's like, "Oh, you're the beach guy," and she's like, "Well, I'm the beach girl. Here he comes." And I come up to him, and I get the camera out right away, and I start filming it. As he's saying this, he's saying he's that guy. He's like, "I'm that guy," and he pulls out a business card and he shows me a business card. That guy.
Yeah,
And he's got a
that's
couple
that
little
guy.
gigs going on, but apparently he's got some kind of issue in the town where he's from, and he wanted to come on here and blast them
Oh,
on
good.
here, and I'm like,
Well,
that's perfect.
We'll get him.
I'm
next
like,
week.
we like to blast people.
Yeah, we're blessed. I would,
People like to see people get blasted.
where does he live?
He lives, I don't know, because I thought he was in North Carolina, but then he said something about Tennessee. But he has a son that lives in Englewood somewhere,
Right,
and
right.
he works at a cabinet shop or something. So he does have connections. But that's the weirdest thing is we met him in Hatteras Island, and he has a son that's in here in Englewood. Like of all
Small
places,
world, right?
of all places. We
How
could've-
many times have we
So
have
I
had
said,
that
well, if
small
you come
world?
down, I said, stop by and see us. Well, he did come down, and it was right after the hurricane. I'm not sure which one, but we couldn't connect with him. We just, a lot of things were going on, and a lot of things were going on in our life. And I just couldn't connect with him, so I did reach out to him, and I said, "Hey, we're doing this podcast. If you want to come down and say it." Well, then he contacted me. He said, "I'm in North Florida, but I'll be in Englewood on Halloween, that general week." I said, "Well, come down and do the podcast." So I texted him today and called him. And I said, "Show up right across from the Waverly. That's where we are, right across from the Waverly, right on Englewood Beach. And this is where we're going to be." And when season is getting close, not really the bulk of season starts like soon, like in the next couple of weeks, maybe November.
Yeah, it'd be like
Thanksgiving.
trickling in and out, and after December,
Yeah.
after the holidays, everybody just go be down here.
All right, are your folks coming down?
I don't think they will, just because the dogs their dogs getting pretty old. They can't really be more fast. So, I think that's going to be a whole thing for it.
Yeah.
Those sets, look at those windows.
Well, he's missing out. Tanner's missing out. He kind of, as soon as he pulled up, he looked and he's like, "I forgot my board." And I'm like, "Well, we're right at home. I forgot the table."
Oh my
So
god!
it's good. Well, we don't have our guest tonight, so we're probably going to wrap this up early.
I don't think we're gonna stay for the sunset.
No.
Because you guys want to go trick or treating, right?
Yeah. They want to go. They want to go get some
Andy is my
candy.
middle name.
That's right. What you ought to do is just wrap like something up looks like a little baby and go. Can I get some trick or treat? and they go, okay. Oh, the baby's sleeping right now. Right, right, or just have your, a blanket over your shoulder. They'll think that this is going on. They'll be like, no, ma'am, I don't want to look at it. Well, maybe I do. But that's a good one. You could use that. My kids are out in the car
That
right
could be
here.
a Halloween costume.
My kids are out in the car. Can you give us some candy?
They're too cold to come out.
They were showing something how to be polite when you're
Halloween
etiquette, and it said don't do this, and it showed me like grabbing handfuls.
Handfuls.
You just throwing them in the bag. I always wanted to serve soup. Just take a ladle of soup, dump it in. What are you doing?
Or chocolate syrup.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like it. Or whipped cream inside the bag.
That would be fun.
Yeah, yes, it would. Well, this thing's really.
Well, there goes Tanner's beer.
It was a kind of like, oh.
Ouch.
Here.
Oh god, now you're the guy that plays in what is that show
Schitt's
called?
Creek.
Schitt's Creek.
Yeah. That's the guy, Eugene Levy. That's who I am tonight.
Yeah.
I'm Eugene Levy.
Oh, man.
All right, well, we're gonna wrap it up tonight, and everybody have a happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
You gotta; these two have to come over here, and we have to show their costumes because they went all out on these costumes. Come on, go over there. I gotta.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Look at them. They came as pirates. They're truly the pirates. If you typecast somebody and you're looking for pirates, there
And
they
you
are.
guys don't like a card like
I know, it's like, oh, we have everything. It's
You have
perfect.
to go watch the Bucks. You have to go dress 1 week.
Oh. Yeah. Get the Padres and Bucks.
We'll let everybody see the beautiful waves out here that they try it out.
That Tanner's missing.
Oh, man.
now you can be back.
It's for an hour.
air filter going on.
That's why I was like, what the heck? Where did this thing even come from, honey?
All right, folks. Sorry, we're gonna head out. Happy Halloween to everybody. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween!
Happy Halloween. Bye-bye. I was asking her, sure do I want to cancel? And I'm like, yes, I do.